Welcome to the 8-Bit Fantasy Football Draft Kit introduction video. Here, you'll learn your way around the board and will become familiar with its features. When first launching the draft program, it will prompt you to type in the pick assigned to each player. This will bring up the main draft board and officially begin your 2010 fantasy draft. Let's point out some of the important features on the main board. Note the timer. This will keep people in line. We all know that when the pickings get slim and the alcohol starts filling the body, that people take too damned long to make their awful late-round selections. The timer is customizable and can be set wherever you choose for the duration of the draft. Just above that, note the pictures that show the coming picks. This should help you keep an eye on when you're up. The bottom right shows the owner that's drafting, along with a field that will populate draft picks. To the bottom left, you'll see all available players that can be drafted. There are over 300 players listed, the consensus ESPN and Yahoo top 250, as well as a kicker and defense from all 32 NFL teams. By clicking on an NFL player, you'll bring up their player card. These show last year's stats and show the preseason ranking for both the ESPN and Yahoo leagues. To make things easier when looking for a specific position or player, you can sort by NFL team and, of course, position. Let's draft Chris Johnson as the first pick. Okay, so a few things happened there. We had a nice little animation and sound file announcing the pick. The pictures moved to the next owner to pick, the field changed, and the player disappeared. Good stuff. Note that the player also appeared on the recently drafted board, just above the team list. With the pick, something else happens. There are 160 individual owner facts that are set to come up with each pick. Each one tells a fact, good or bad, about the owner that's drafting. Let's fast forward a bit later in the draft to demonstrate some other features. 20 picks later, let's take a look at this red bar above the field. You can switch to any owner's team to get a snapshot of who's drafted what. It's a bird's eye view of each fantasy team. Notice that the recently drafted board still shows the last 6 players chosen. This last button on the bar, called OVR, shows the draft as a whole. If you're looking to take a peek at the draft spreadsheet style, this is your tool. You can also view the draft by position for strategy purposes. No matter how robust the player list, there's always one owner that thinks he has a bead on a player that no one's heard about. If you're that guy, we've got a little something for you. By clicking this button, you can add the Cowboys' undrafted rookie tight end, who in this case is Scott Sicko. Now you're going deep. Sicko will probably draw after from everyone else in the room, but what do those idiots know? That concludes our video demo of the draft tool for this year. Thanks, and remember, it's a recession. Be thankful that you have this 8-bit Nintendo-style draft board to play with and my awful voice to listen to. Some third-world kids are using an Intellivision-style draft board. Talk about ugly.